Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this new quote of the week video. So with that, let's actually just dive right in, and this quote is going to be about the supremacy of imagination. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to read this quote from Neville Goddard to you, and then I'm going to give you my comments on it as always. So Neville said this. He said, "Do not bow before the dictate of facts and accept life on the basis of the world without. Assert the supremacy of your imaginal acts over the facts and put all things into subjection to them. Hold fast to your ideal in your imagination. Nothing can take it from you but your failure to persist in imagining the ideal realized." This is crucial to understand, right? Key sentence here, I can already point this out. Maybe I make this a habit of mine to, in the beginning, quickly just straightforward point out the key sentence here and then, explain the rest to you. But the key here is to assert supremacy of your imagination over the facts. So what does it mean translated in another language? You basically assert supremacy of your internal world, of where you see yourself within, of what you believe and assume to be true within, over the external circumstances, right? That is basically the key sentence here and the key explanation here. But Neville said this in a really great way, right? That we should not bow before the dictate of the facts. There will always be facts, right? And you will most probably encounter facts in your life that you dislike, that you feel like are undesirable, right? That are triggering to you. But that is not a bad thing if you realize what is going on here, because as soon as there is something that is triggering you, that makes you feel like, oh, like, I don't like this, and you have a reaction, you react towards it, and you feel triggered, you can only be triggered because there is already something that you want to be different. Because if things were exactly in your life as you want them to be, if everything would be in all areas of your life as you would like it to be, you wouldn't be triggered by anything. Right? So a trigger is also just an indicator that there you have a desire. So that is just an introductory explanation. But again, we should not bow before the facts. We should not bow and just say, oh, because the facts are like this right now, I have to just accept it and go with the facts, right? And just, believe to be true, believe as true, and accept as true for myself what the facts tell me right now. If I have symptoms, okay, yeah, I'm ill. If the doctor tells me I have this illness, then yeah, this is true. If in the relationship field, I seemingly am lonely right now, okay, then maybe I will be lonely forever. If in my finances, I struggle to make money, then okay, this is how it is right now. If you do that, then you accept life on the basis of the world without. Then you accept life, you accept the facts as they are right now. And you do not assert supremacy of your internal world over these facts, right? But that is what you should do, right? So assert the supremacy of your imaginal acts over the facts and put all things into subjection to them, right? Put all things into subjection, put all things into subjection to your imaginal acts, right? Hold fast to your ideal in your imagination. So if you can imagine this desired state, right? And just the fact alone that you can imagine it does mean that it does exist. You could never imagine a new car if you would not even know what a car is. So if you can imagine yourself being more healthy, being in the relationship, or being in this desired relationship, or being more financially stable, then because you can imagine it, because this desire is already available and there, means that this state of consciousness is also there. Because if it wouldn't be there, you couldn't even, imagine it, conceive it, think about it. So when you can imagine it, it is available, and you have to, fuse with that desired state internally, right? And the facts outside will remain the same first of all, but you can check in with yourself if you have shifted in the new state by just looking at your thoughts, at your inner conversations, at your reactions towards life. If they're still the same, right, then you haven't really shifted into this new state yet. However, if those things change and you notice them changing, then yeah, you can see that you already live in this new state internally. So based on your reactions, this is like the number one indicator that you can look at to see if you've shifted your state. And if that is shifted, then don't expect that the circumstances, also have to shift immediately. They might remain, the same for a while, but this won't bother you because internally you stand already in a new place, right? Your inner man, where you stand internally is already a different place where externally your circumstances show you that you're standing at. And I have a video which is called Inner Man and Outer Man, so make sure you check this out, which is basically explaining the difference between the human self that is tied to the senses and where you can stand internally. So the human self, could still experience, the lack of money, the illness, the unpleasant lifestyle, the unpleasant circumstances, but internally you could already stand within consciousness in the state of having achieved X, Y, and Z. And therefore you won't be triggered by these current circumstances any longer. So hold fast to this ideal in your imagination, right? Stay fused with it, stay in it. As you assume it, you stay in it, you imagine something that would imply that it is true, right? And this is key, right? You can't only listen to my words, you have to really do that. You imagine something that implies that you are already this ideal, and then you hold on to that. And when you lose it, when you feel reactive, when you feel triggered, then you go back and devote yourself again to that ideal until it becomes natural, right? And nothing can take it away from you but your failure to persist in imagining the ideal realized. So there is no outside force that can take this desired state away from you. It's only you if you fail to make it natural, if you fail to persist in identifying, assuming, and shifting into this ideal state. And that is all that I can say to this short little quote here, right? Remember that your imagination is supreme to the facts. But if you take the cue from the facts, right, and you in a sense reimagine them by putting your awareness, your attention on the facts again, then this will become your lived experience ongoing continuously, and you won't really change anything and you won't shift fast. But if you just allow the facts to be there without taking too much cue from them, they're just the byproduct of what you do within, then you can give all your attention to your internal world and to decide who you want to be, what you want to have, what is true for you, so that this can then be reflected back to you, right? And that is more powerful than, living life just from the basis of the facts right now, as the facts are right now. So definitely let me know if you have questions on that, right? Let me know if you sometimes bow before the dictate of facts and accepted life on the basis of the world without. Let me know in the comments down below if you did this, or if you right now feel that you are maybe struggling with that. And if you need any help with that, if you want to learn more how to not do this and how to learn the way to go from your current internal state to the desired internal state, and no matter which life area, if it is in health, if it is in money, if it is in relationship life, then you can check out my free masterclass, which is the first link in the video description. And if in some point you feel that, like, I'm ready, like I watched enough content, I kind of know the concepts, but I want to, deepen my understanding, I want to, connect all the dots and start to apply these things naturally in my life to actually live self-empowered, to actually manifest my goals, then I really highly recommend you schedule a free 45-minute consultation call with me. You will find the link for that as the second link in the video description. And there we can see if we are a good fit to work together and then help you, fully understand Neville's teachings and apply them the right way, like he applied it, like his teacher Abdullah applied it, like I'm applying it, like a lot of my clients are applying it, which get them like an easy life, more peace, more groundedness, more fun, great experiences, easy manifestations, and yeah, that's it. So if you would like to master your fate, definitely make sure that you stay subscribed to the channel, or you subscribe if you haven't yet, and I look forward to speak to you in the next video. Bye guys.